Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at Flimsy Lost Souls Venore, and I recommend this for level 600 plus monk because to make really the most use out of it, you want to be hunting 2 floors. You want to be hunting -1 and -2. And to hunt -2, where there's majority of mean lost souls, you need to have level 600 plus for the sanguine clause. However, if, for example, Flimsy itself is boosted, you can come here earlier and you can just hunt the -1 level with just the Flimsies. You know how you have just Flimsies and a few Grim Reapers on -1? That level is very, very easy, and you can do that one a lot earlier. You could probably do that one from like level 400, 500 or so. It's very easy. It's the level -2 with the mean lost souls where the difficulty comes from, but you need to be able to hunt that one. Otherwise, you overkill the respawn. I came here like level 500 and just went on -1, and I was overkilling the respawn. It was still okay. It was still like 5.5 KK raw or something, but I was overkilling it and it didn't feel very good. So my overall recommendation is wait until 600, get your sanguine clause, and then you hunt -1 and -2 together. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. But again, like I said, if Flimsy is boosted and the respawn rate on Venore, or I don't actually know where Flimsies are with regards to the area of the map when you go in the TP, but either way, whenever it's boosted and you have like 2x respawn, you can just hunt -1 and you can hunt that on a lower level, probably more like 500. So, with regards to hunting -1 and -2 together, I recommend level 600 plus. You will do about 6.6 KK raw experience with about 900k profit per hour. I did have both full charms and animus active. What you will see is that the difficulty of this place is pretty damn high, and one bad movement and you're probably dead. And as you will see this in this analyzer right here, I had to pop a couple of cupcakes, I think, to get me to -1 KK per hour. Because I actually got myself trapped in like the last pull of the refill of the hunt. And yeah, and I wasted a ton of money, but I didn't die, but it is very difficult. So the difficulty doesn't come so much from the fact that they deal like that much damage in like a little wall box or anything, but there's a lot of kiting and having like 30 really fast monsters chasing you. If you get like full boxed in the middle of the respawn, then you're dead. And that's where the difficulty comes from. So you do have to be aware of that you do run this risk, and you do have to play pretty perfectly not to get yourself killed. Other than that, great spot, pretty good experience. You know, it's not like a top tier like the Norgferatus or the Nemisats or anything like that, but it's up there. You know, it's one of like the top 5, 6, 7 respawns or something like that. So it's pretty good. For the bestiary, it's about 3 hours for Flimsies and 6 hours for Mean Lost Souls. Requirements, like I already explained, I do recommend level 600 plus just so that you have that Sanguine Claw. You will need to have a Feaster of Souls quest, I believe it's called, up to completing the Brain Head or around that area so that you don't take the damage from the floor. And this place is very popular and can be basically hunted by any combination. Like everybody can hunt here solo. Duo can work as well pretty well. And even full team hunt on like low level, people do come here for a full team hunt. Recommended imbuements, all standard imbuements. No protection imbuement really necessary. Death would be ideal. You've got 17% death protection. Now, something that's interesting and something that's very recent is you've got this life drain, damage 26%. And greater garlic necklaces these days are pretty cheap. So it's maybe worth considering if you want to use greater garlic necklaces. And this respawn will actually become a lot easier because it's like 13% damage reduction. You know, you've got 26% life drain. You put your greater garlic, it's like 13% of the damage is mitigated overall. That's a lot. Like that's very, very much. Depends on the price of greater garlics on your server. Plus, depends how desperate you are, how much you're willing to invest, because there's a lot of life drain hits. So you will be going for those greater garlic necklaces quickly. But maybe at least have a few in case you get yourself trapped or something, or it gets very sticky for like a quick switch of the amulet. Something to consider. New item. I haven't played here yet with Greater Garlics because I recorded this before the latest update where the Greater Garlics were introduced, but definitely something to consider. Could make it a lot easier. And recommended weapon type, yeah, Earth, as I said. Supplies per hour, I used about 1800 Ultimate Spirit Potions and 6 Transcendence Potions per hour. Do carry a few cupcakes and stuff like that just to get you out of a sticky situation if needed. For charms, I recommend Low Blow on Flimsy and Divine Wrath or Savage Blow on Mean Lost Soul. I think Divine Wrath is probably best, although that will also stop being best at a certain level when you've got Overpower. When you're like level 1k, I think Overpower is better than Divine Wrath. But Savage Blow is also very good, especially once you get proficiency 7 sanguine claws with the extra crit chance. At that point, I'll probably be using Savage Blow. For the wheel, T2 Ascetic and T2 Outburst are currently the best wheels for solo hunting. In this respawn, T2 Outburst, I actually think would be very, very good because of the huge density of the creatures. So it's definitely worth consideration. I don't think either really matters too much. I think both are going to be fine. And any leftover points should go into lesser gems, ideally with flat hit points. And the character you'll see in the video is a level 602 monk with 113 fist and 49 magic level. So for the route, you come in here through the teleport. So I usually just go in, do a pull in here, then do a pull in here. Then I go finish a few off and then go down to -2. So yeah, -1, -2. Then you come through this rope spot here. So I go through here, do a pull here, go down, do a pull here, go up, pull, 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 pull. Not much to talk about. You basically just do big pulls. You do have to be careful. Some of these are really, really big. So do take it easy. Like I said, this is a pretty hard spot. Anyway, once I'm done with -2, I go up here and I rejoin -1 and I go do a pull in here, pull in here, pull in here. And I kind of do this awkward little corridor. I hate this corridor. I really wish I didn't have to do it, but it's kind of tight, but it feels like you kind of need to do it. Then you go up here, and then you do this one big room in the middle. So do be careful for that one if you get trapped there. Very tricky, although it is just flimsies and they do die very quickly. Still, do be careful. And then I just kind of like rejoin and do this pull and restart. And then I do 2 floors like this. Obviously, don't do -3. Freakish Lost Souls, basically impossible for a monk. Very, very bad. Very, very dangerous. So just stick to -1, -2. I think there's room. If you're not really overkilling so much, there is room for potentially just going to -2 for like 2 free pulls and going back up to -1 to let once everything's respawned. Like for example, maybe you can come to -2. Let me use a different color to make it maybe more green. And you can come to -2, maybe do this pull, go do this pull, go do this pull, like a 1, 2, 3, and then maybe go out there already. And then maybe respawn at -1 will be fine, because the experience and the difficulty of -1 is much better than -2. -2 is the tricky one that we kind of adding just so that -1 respawns, right? If you can maybe make it work just doing 3 pulls on -2, then you can skip the rest and just go back to -1. Something to try. I haven't actually tried it so much because it was okay and I wanted the mean lost soul bestiary, but nevertheless, something to consider. Anyway, so I have for you today, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Very good spot, very difficult at this level though. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.